Again, I will do my 3 basses, one group. I'll call it bass, and I'm very picky with the ID selection, making sure that it matches the first letter of the name, in this case B for bass. And then I'll do the drums. I'm pressing Command G to create a new group. Drums, ID, D for drums. There's a reason behind it, which is if in the edit window, in the mix window, you have the A to C selected. Look at this, drums are active. If I press D, we'll deactivate them. Of course, any letter will do it, but to me it's easier to remember D is always drums, and B is bass, and so on and so forth. So I group all of these things. I'm going to do group Command G again, P for percussion, and I'll change this ID. I'm going to do acoustic and electrics, and this time one group as guitars. Many times, depending on the amount of guitars that there are, I'll do one for acoustics and one for electrics. In this case, all of these ones are synths, or some kind of a synth sound. So synths, S for synths. Okay, you're gonna call me crazy, but I'm gonna do one group of the strings. And I don't have an ID for strings because I already used it, so I'm going to use X for strings. And I'll explain in a second why I'm doing that. Then I have background vocals. Because B was used for bass, I'm going to use V for vocals, for the background vocals. And these two, also I'm going to do another group for the leads. And I'm going to call them leads. And I'm going to go for the IDL. Okay, once I've done all my groups, and if you can tell, all of my tracks are part of a group. There's no one without a group. I'll come here, and after my lead vocal, I'll create VCA masters. And I gotta do 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna guess that are 6. I may have to tweak that afterwards. So after I've done my groups, I do here and I come and select, okay, so bass, I'm assigning each one of them to be part of a group. And as you can tell now, guitars, and that's the reason why I did one for the strings. I'm still missing 2, which actually is going to be 3 more VCA tracks. And you're going to say why, because later on I'm going to put the backgrounds, the leads, and I'm going to leave this one for whenever I do have a effects, reverb, delays, and everything will come under one VCA as well. And I normally change this label to the name of the track. Let me move this one. So small V as in Victor, and then bass, then drums. So I know that the little V at the beginning will tell me that is a VCA track. The guitar, the synths, the strings, the VGBs, the leads, and last but not least, the effects. I normally leave them here. Some people like to put them next to the tracks, but I like having all of them together. The reason being is, at the beginning, I'm going to start making adjustments on each one of the tracks, plug-in adjustments, volume adjustments. But as my mix gets closer to be done, I may just tweak these or automate the whole drum set, and this may apply to everything. Or I just want to do this, which is I'm going to solo all my drums. Let me go to my chorus, for example. So I'm soloing my drums, or I want to mute my lead vocal, and I have control of all of that right from here. And of course, if I move my drum volume, it's increasing or decreasing. You hear still a beat there because it's the loop, so I'm going to mute the loop. And here are my drums. And that's groups and VCAs. Later on, I'll make a more advanced video on groups and all the settings that there are for that. I hope this has been helpful. I will see you on the next one, which is routing. Cheers.